How's up, everyone? It's your boy, a big-ass moon! Today, I'm going to be talking about something that's been bothering me for quite some time. But it is also precisely for that very same reason I've been generally too unmotivated by Fire Emblem Heroes to even make videos to talk about it until now. Like almost 2 months after Homeless Tiki was a thing, with her 180 BST. Anyway, the day has come that I'm finally somewhat interested enough to come back to the game, thanks to the Aether Raids introduced in last night's FEH channel. But, how long would this honeymoon last? Anyway, this is a long rant of my own opinion. You don't have to agree with me, but, well, this is what I feel about the game thus far. So to begin, let's talk about how homeless intelligence system has been acting lately with a little story. It's about being homeless. Homelessness is a dangerous disease, and it can happen to anyone. So, once upon a time, there was a girl and a mannequin. One day, they were driven out of their homes by the assault of their former loved ones for having too many ults. The Falchion-wielding lords waved their dangerous blades around and drove the two girls to the skid row where they're now squirming about. Homeless and hungry, the two begged for money in order to survive in the harsh homeless climate. One day, it would appear that their prayers were answered. The former voting gauntlet champion, Guntra, happened to be walking by and saw the scene of two dirty homeless begging for money. "Goodness," she says, and began rummaging for something. The girl's eyes lit up. It was like Christmas for them. For the first time since they've been driven out of their homes, they could finally eat a decent meal. A decent meal at McDonald's. However, their hopes came to an abrupt end when Guntra merely put on her shades and walked away. Upon being abandoned by their would-be savior, the two shed tears of sadness, and Tiki's unnatural mouth bends unnaturally at the sight. The end. Now, what does this story have to do with anything? Nothing really. I'm just upset with 180 BST Tiki, and I thought that her outfit looks like that of a homeless person, much like Choose Your Legend's Celica's homeless rags. But really though, I don't get it. Why is Fire Emblem Heroes acting so homeless? Now, I don't know how many of you have played other gacha games before, or even just any other games in general, but I can't help but notice that Faye is practically begging for more and more money lately. Okay, so last year we had some power creep. It all started with the Slayer's weapon. Nobody cared then because it was kind of innocuous. It was benign. Though I personally don't think so. I called it back then. And I thought that, 3 attacks was a huge deal. But that's besides the point. So around this time, it was when Porygon made this interview with the devs who claimed that power creep is something we plan to address, yada 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 yada. Well, Shingo Shoji lied. Shingo and his buddy Takashi or whatever, and the Night Kids, they lied. Here, well, we have more power creeps. This is what we have for today. More and more power creeps. The Adrift banner is coming with more power creeps. One more powerful than the last. And then power creep to defeat the said power creep with no follow-up. See, the problem with that is that the power creep is inherently a bit of a necessary evil with games like these. Though, I personally don't think so, because for this game, dumbasses would spawn regardless anyway. Okay, look, an example. Like when I went to look at a Dragalia Lost topic a little while ago about people quitting FEH to play DL, I see posts like, "Oh, I quit Fire Emblem Heroes, but Cliff got me back to playing again," or that ridiculous comment, like something like, "Oh, I quit until the 4th Ike gets released." God, that Ike comment made me cringe hard enough to implode and form a proto-black hole. It's like the characters themselves have such magnetic pull to them that as long as you have a character people want, they will go nuts trying to summon it. There was no need to go so wild with the power creep. And yet, they want people to plus 10 things. They want people to keep spending each and every goddamn arena season. I mean, alright, look, not long ago they even made an announcement that Binding Blade and Radiant Dawn banners will get their banners next year. Next year as in like January and March. We're talking about like 4 months from now. Then they talked about how, it takes forever for them to make characters, to gain sympathy. Like, dude, I commission art. It does not take 4 or 5 months to get 4 pictures from an artist, okay? If I want 4 pictures of Ike, I want 4 pictures of Roy, I want them to just swing a blade or get hurt, lose their clothes. Yeah, I can get that in like a week at most. I mean, look, Ippei himself. Ippei is even just drawing random ass things every day for fun. Voice acting doesn't even take that long. And remember that interview with Uncle in Sinclair? Well, he pretty much cleared it in less than an hour. So even if nabbing a voice actor itself, getting an appointment and everything would be a problem, it shouldn't take that long. Especially if it was all planned beforehand. Now they say a lot of work has gone into making characters, like they're really proud of what they're doing. Oh yeah, what we're doing is great. That's the best stuff. Creating a low effort at video of the same exact format each and every time, featuring some broken new characters and their power creep skills and some voice bits. Huh? Wah! Like, look, I'm not even trying to show for Dragalia lost here, but if you looked at their events, their characters come with their own unique stories. I'm like talking about 3-star characters come with their own unique stories of 5 chapters, a pretty long time. They have their own 3D models, and they have extensive voice acting for all kinds of different situations, not like a couple things that you get when you push them in the town or something, when you poke them, like Poke Me Elmo or something, or how, I don't remember what that toy was anymore. Anyway, so you get that instead of like, huh? Or wah, or what have you, even though they're very funny, I like them a lot. You can see that truly a lot of work has gone into making those characters. Like, how could you even put so much effort into like 3 stars and 4-star characters? That's out of control. But no, unfortunately right now with FEH, what they're doing right now is trying to get the maximum income with the lowest effort possible. And their current rate of doing things, it's no longer power creep. It's practically power sprint! It's all over the place, and there's no effort whatsoever to stop. You can defend them and tell me, oh yeah, they planned this for years in advance. Yeah, of course, any idiot will be able to tell something is wrong. As soon as you look at the list and perhaps, change your plans. No, they did this on purpose. Marketing tells them to do this because it makes them money. So that's what they do. This is what happens when a company is governed by people who works in sales, because it makes them money instead of the product. Because, you have to put more effort, you have to spend more money to make less money. They're doing this on purpose. And now they tell us Radiant Dawn and Binding Blade folks are coming, hopefully to keep some people after the fantastic Adrift banner. Ooh, great, we get to see Camilla again. Yeah, right, sweet. And its own brand of power creep. It's kind of like that Diablo Immortal thing, where they had to make an announcement about the horrible cell phone game version of Diablo. Now, I play cell phone games, so, I really shouldn't talk, but Diablo itself has been a long time PC game, so that's another can of worms altogether. It just didn't sit well with the fans. Anyway, so now generally I see things like this, like, all these power creeps happening with games right before they die. Because, they want to squeeze as much money as possible before they go. When they released that stupid Arena Duel skills, it was clear that they have no intention of ever fixing Arena. You either have to set yourself up with the latest armors, with greater and higher BSTs, until you get 300 BST units and stuff, or infinite BST, or you could stay in the lower tiers. Not to mention the ridiculous changes they made in the arena where you need to feed kills to your bonus units in order to get to the much vaunted Tier 21 arena. There's no skills involved. It was just, you have to have a bonus unit. Oh, you have a shitty bonus unit? Well then, we'll do your best, but you're still not going to get into Tier 21 because he's not merged. There is no merges. I don't understand. Like, you get free Grand Hero Battle units now, and yet for some reason, the Asgare trios are not part of the program. But anyway, so that Faye channel, Faye was so proud of it too. Like, ooh, you get to show your skills in the arena and become great summoner. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, alright. You just want to keep people to keep summoning and plus 10ing these bonus units every goddamn season so that they can stay that dumbass tier. You know, that thing has greed written all over it. And it works, because there are people who are dumb enough to chase down crowns and trophies to make sure not to miss a single one. What happens if you miss a single one then? My buddy, I call Berkut, who's a huge-ass whale, told me the other day that he also got demoted, despite getting 3,802 points or something. I'll just call it 3,800 in the arena. At which point I'm like, what? And since he couldn't get that crown back, he's gonna stop trying. You know, there was no point, you know? It's a lot of work. You have to keep using stupid arena crests over and over again just so that you could get as high as a score as possible. Now, 3,800 points, okay? Minus 60, and then divide by 5 means that he was scoring an average of 748 natural points. That's a lot of points. I mean, it's not the highest points, but it's still a lot of points. And even then, he couldn't stay in Tier 21. That's absolutely absurd. Like, you have to pull all the stops, including blessings on some weeks, especially if homeless Tiki and their elements is around. So, now that you've added Halloween Mirth into the mix, things get a lot heavier. So, I mean, okay, I get it. These are whale problems. They're more than anything that, you know, that you guys usually deal with. But, like, I don't know. Usually when I spend money in a game, I hope for an investment that gets paid back. But for Fire Emblem Heroes, plus 10s are like used condoms every arena season. Honestly, if I've never became a FEH, I'd quit long ago. I'm a competitive person by nature, and you know, I hate it when investments are wasted. But at least now, though, thanks to all this, I can make brain-damaging stories and have them pay off in its own special way. Now, anyway, if you're still here, you may ask, well, what does this have anything to do with the recent Faye channel? Everything! Aether Raids may look nice right now, but as soon as bonus units reared its ugly head, I started to have doubts. I mean, you have to question, how exactly are the matchmaking done? What if it's the same shit as Arena again? Then you have to once again gimp your characters with things like dual skills, or rally skills, or whatever, blah, 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 to get the high score. And please, God, I hope the babysitting thing won't be applying here as well. I play Fire Emblem Heroes for the characters I like, not the characters the arena demands. I refuse to gimp and strip my favorite characters of their techniques because of some stupid-ass points. So I hope to God that these Aether Raids is the fresh start that this game sorely needed. A brand new mode that surpasses Arena, so that I can point at those guys with a million crowns and be like, hey, you idiots, you keep spending money for nothing. And then, because, you know, this is the type of endgame content I desperately needed. Some kind of goal. So, based on what I've seen in yesterday's Faye channel, well, I think that, you know, getting old Tempest Trials and Grand Hero Battle Unit mergers for free is a swell thing. How long would it actually take? Like, how long will the process itself be? Will there be matchmaking, or will it be reasonably done, or is it gonna be another repeat of Tier 21? Will it actually be a fun experience, or something where you have to summon something like every week to get somewhere, or even just to stay alive? These are questions I hope to find answered soon. But again, I don't understand why the Asgare trios are not part of that. I would have spent for them, but no. You can't have them. You know, you're gonna have to sit through like weeks and weeks of terrible Grand Hero Battle rotation in the arena in order to actually use them. I don't know why they put so much goddamn emphasis on the arena like that. It's just stupid. Can't you just let it go? It doesn't matter. It's not like it's that big of a deal. Of course, you know, I'm making it sound like a huge deal as it is right now with by ranting about it, but I just don't get it. I don't know why they have to put in so much emphasis on it. But anyway, most importantly, besides the Escare Trio, why is Aversa not included? It's terrible! But I guess I could always save up my grails. No problem at all. Well, regardless of all that, I'm glad that I now have a fun new mode to exhibit the true power of the 6 Paths of Pain Plus. And if the data mine is right, I'll get to see it in replays as well, which is something I've been dying to have in this game for a good long while. This mode is a godsend to me. Even though Faye only talked about this mode in the Faye channel, which I thought was completely stupid. I feel like it's just a quick message meant to keep guys around after the A-Drift disaster rather than a full Faye channel. It is my sincere hope that 3.0 will address some of the game's underlying issues, such as the rampant power creep or the ever-bloated 5-star roster, reversing their dumbass babysitting arena thing, and hopefully something we can finally do with those goddamn arena medals, like a friend point spawn or something I know other games does. Let's use it to summon 1 or 3 stars, or buy skills or something. You know, it would be great if 3.0 was indeed like that. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen the financial report for Fire Emblem Heroes, but basically they were bragging about how much money they were making and how they hope 3.0 will keep players from playing the game and enjoying the game. Well, yeah, I hope for that too, considering all the money I've already spent. I'm pretty much an investor myself. So let's hope 3.0 is more substance than Sharina getting raped in the butt or Faye defeating anime, eh? Well, I thank you all for listening to me waste time ranting. That's basically what I've been thinking about for the past 2 months, and, you know, what made me upload kind of slow. Well, now that I got that off my chest, I thank you all for watching. Until next time.